Today, I want to introduce you to the culinary art of julienne slicing a bell pepper. Have you ever been into a salad and thought, wow, this piece of vegetable or meat is way too large or way too small? For example, eating a bowl of Campbell's soup and you got those tiny little pieces of chicken or something like that. You thought, wow, I wish the pieces of chicken were bigger. So how do you judge what's the right size for a bell pepper? For example, in a salad, that is julienne slice. That's what you're going to be introduced to today. First up, the tools. First tool, we have a butcher's steel. A butcher's steel is not for sharpening knives, it's for keeping a blade sharp. Okay? If you have a dull blade, this ain't going to help you. What you do is you keep the blade sharp. Okay? Next is the knife. The knife should be very sharp and should be longer than the vegetable that you're actually using. You have cutting board. You never want to mix cutting boards. You can have vegetables on one, red meat or chicken, poultry, that type of thing on another. You never want to mix the two. If you're doing something that's going to be cooked, for example, the meat, you never want the red blood to be mixed in with the vegetables. The vegetables you may not cook, and now you're eating the red blood, and you could catch salmonella. You can get more information on that by checking www.chefschoice.com. All right, from that point, the first thing you want to do is sharpen your tools. All right, for the knife, you want to go in a downward angle from the top, going all the way to the tip of the blade, like that right there. All right, then you get the other side. Just keeps the blade sharp. Okay, you get more information on that at the Betty Crocker Home Book 14th edition to show you how to keep your blade sharp. Does everybody understand? All right. First thing you want to do is clean your vegetables. There's always this pain in the butt sticker that's on the outside. Peel that off, and you're gonna want to rinse your vegetable. Rinse it under cold running water. All right, and then place it on your cooking board or your cutting board. Same thing with the other one. First step in julienne slicing the bell pepper is to cut it directly in half. That's the first thing you want to do. Alright? Now the inside, you're going to want to clean it up. You have the seeds and portion like this. You're going to pull that out, set that aside. You also have these white portions of the bell pepper you're going to tear out as well. If I'm slicing a bunch of bell peppers at a time, I want to get them all open, get them all cleaned out, and I run it under the water one more time. Again, hitting it on a little water. This is just to get the seeds out of there, so you're not chewing on the seeds while you're trying to eat your salad. All right, when you are julienne slicing, I always like to slice it with the face up. A julienne slice is approximately 1/8 in width. Okay, and then it goes the length of the vegetable. All right. Some people they like to do it on this side right here, but the outside of a bell pepper is kind of like a plastic type of material. It takes a little bit to get through it. This knife is sharp enough so it can get through it, but I always like to do it like this. Again, you want to make sure that your blade is very sharp. You ever cut an onion and found yourself crying? It's because you got a dull blade. All right? When you're cutting through onion and you got a dull blade, it sprays the onion sauce, onion juices and stuff like that in your face. Okay, and that's where you get the tears and things like that. Again, if you're cutting and your blade is dull, it takes you extra power in order to push the knife through the vegetable. And that causes you to lose control, and that's where most people cut their fingers and things like that. Okay? Again, 1/8, approximately 1/8, and you just go the whole length of the vegetable. Now this one you kind of rotate at the same time because it's got a rounded surface on the bottom. Okay? There's one bell pepper cut up. Other people, some people, they like to take their vegetables and cut off the sides, cut them off like that right there. Okay? And that would be their portion right there. Okay? But that is a julienne slice piece of bell pepper. Okay? Let me cut these other ones up real fast. Alright, once the bell pepper is completely cut up, you take it, you place it on a plate, and you can eat the bell pepper just as it is, just like this, and you know, add some crackers, some cheese, that type of thing, and you can eat it as a light snack. Or you can add it into a salad, and you know, just add a little flavor to your salad. Red bell peppers are very sweet, same with yellows. Then you got greens that are a little bit spicy, nothing too bad. Your kids will, those are the things that they don't mind. But once you get to like jalapenos, that type of stuff, that's when it gets real spicy and they wouldn't be able to handle it. Next thing I'm going to talk about is cleanup. I did a one-on-one interview with my fiance, Yvonne Ehlers, and it's very important to clean up because Mom will get mad at you if you leave a mess out for her to clean up. Basically, the rule is, if you cook, she cleans, but not in my house. I cook, I clean up because I like to make a mess. But anyway, you take your knife and your butcher's steel, you need to clean this off, rinse it, warm soapy water, and immediately dry it and put it back. If you set a knife like this, or any metal type of knife, through a dishwasher, the water will sit on it, and that's when it gets rust spots. With the butcher's steel, nothing's touched this except for the blade. So all you want to do is just rinse it off real quick, and then put it back in your block. With the cutting boards, again with the cutting boards, you need to make sure that you have two if you're doing red meat or and vegetables and things like that. What I like to do is I have two different cutting boards. One is white, one is red. White is for my vegetables, red is for all my meats and poultry and that type of thing. That way I never mix them up and I never cross-contaminate my food. But then again, this right here, you just rinse off, and then this can be thrown in the dishwasher, and then all of your trash goes straight into the trash bin. In conclusion, these are the proper tools. You have butcher steel, knife, the cutting board, different size portions for different size meals, and be safe when you're cutting your vegetables, and hope everybody enjoys. Anybody like to try something? These are fresh. They're cold. Want one? Try? Just a bell pepper.
Sweet.
You're not so hard.